Terry Bollea, known worldwide as Hulk Hogan, was born on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, and raised in Tampa, Florida. Growing up in a working-class family, Hogan had a simple childhood rooted in discipline and resilience. His father worked construction and landscaping, while his mother devoted herself to family life. As a young boy, Hogan fell in love with professional wrestling, often skipping school to watch matches. He idolized wrestling greats like Dusty Rhodes and Billy Graham, and dreamed of one day stepping into the ring himself. Before wrestling became his career, Hogan pursued other passions. He was an avid baseball player and showed promise as a pitcher, even attracting interest from major league scouts. However, an injury ended his baseball aspirations. Later, Hogan turned to music, playing bass guitar in local Florida bands, and even formed a successful rock band called Ruckus. During this time, Hogan gained a reputation as a towering figure with a larger-than-life personality, which caught the attention of wrestling trainers. Hogan's wrestling journey officially began in 1976, when he started training under the guidance of Japanese legend Hiro Matsuda. Matsuda's training was notoriously intense, and in Hogan's first session, Matsuda broke Hogan's leg as a test of his determination. Rather than quit, Hogan spent months recovering and came back stronger, proving his commitment to the sport. This marked the beginning of an extraordinary career that would change the face of professional wrestling forever. He debuted in 1977, initially wrestling under names like Terry Bollea, before adopting the moniker Hulk Hogan. His big break came when he signed with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in 1979. Vince McMahon Sr. saw potential in Hogan, but it was Hulk's role as Thunderlips in the 1982 film Rocky III that catapulted him into mainstream fame. His appearance in the film showcased his charisma and physicality, making him a household name beyond wrestling. In 1983, Hogan returned to WWF under Vince McMahon Jr.'s leadership, and this time, he was positioned as the company's centerpiece during its national expansion. Hulk Hogan became the ultimate good guy, an American hero draped in red and yellow, preaching values of hard work, faith, and clean living. His catchphrases like, "Train, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins," became mantras for millions of fans. This era gave birth to Hulkamania, a cultural phenomenon that dominated the 1980s. Hogan's dominance inside the ring was unparalleled. He captured his first WWF championship in 1984 by defeating the Iron Sheik, an event that signaled the dawn of wrestling's golden era. Over the next decade, Hogan headlined 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, including the iconic WrestleMania III in 1987, where he body-slammed Andre the Giant before a record crowd of 93,000 fans at the Pontiac Silverdome. That moment remains one of the most memorable in wrestling history. Hogan became a 6-time WWF champion, leading the company to unprecedented popularity and mainstream acceptance. By the early 1990s, Hogan's fame extended far beyond wrestling. He became a pop culture icon, appearing on talk shows, starring in movies like No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, and Mr. Nanny, and endorsing countless products. He also ventured into reality TV with Hogan Knows Best, which gave fans a glimpse into his personal life. His larger-than-life persona, combined with his ability to connect with fans, made him a global superstar. However, by the mid-1990s, fan reactions began to shift. The audience that once adored him started craving edgier characters, and Hogan's all-American hero image began to feel outdated. In 1994, Hogan jumped to World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where he reinvented himself in a way that shocked the world. In 1996, Hogan turned heel for the first time in decades, forming the villainous faction New World Order, NWO, alongside Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Adopting the persona of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, he became the biggest villain in wrestling, sparking the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWF and ushering in a new boom period for the industry. Hogan's heel turn revitalized his career and kept him relevant well into the late 1990s. He became a WCW World Heavyweight Champion multiple times and played a pivotal role in WCW's dominance over WWF during that era. However, by the early 2000s, WCW folded, and Hogan returned to WWE in 2002, where he enjoyed another resurgence, capturing the undisputed championship and creating unforgettable moments, including his legendary WrestleMania 10-8 match against The Rock. After retiring from full-time competition in 2012, Hogan remained involved in wrestling as an ambassador, making special appearances and mentoring younger talent. Beyond wrestling, he continued his ventures in entertainment and business, launching products and opening restaurants. He also became a motivational figure for many, often speaking about overcoming challenges. Hogan's life was not without controversy. In 2015, leaked audio recordings revealed him making racist remarks, leading WWE to terminate his contract and remove him from its Hall of Fame. Hogan publicly apologized and worked toward redemption, eventually being reinstated in 2018. He acknowledged his mistakes and spoke openly about the lessons he learned, trying to repair his relationship with fans and peers. Another significant chapter in Hogan's life was his legal battle with Gawker Media in 2012, after the outlet published a private video without his consent. Hogan sued for invasion of privacy and won a massive settlement that ultimately bankrupted Gawker. The case sparked a national debate about privacy, journalism ethics, and the rights of public figures. In addition to controversies, Hogan faced numerous health challenges. Years of wrestling took a toll on his body, leading to multiple back and knee surgeries. At one point, he underwent over 20 surgeries within a decade. Despite his physical struggles, Hogan maintained his presence in the public eye, frequently updating fans about his recovery and continuing to train as much as his body allowed. Later in life, Hogan embraced entrepreneurship. He launched his own beer brand, Real American Beer, and co-founded Real American Freestyle, a wrestling promotion aimed at highlighting amateur wrestling talent. He also appeared at fan conventions, charity events, and political gatherings. In 2024, Hogan made headlines for his speech at the Republican National Convention, where he embraced his iconic persona to energize the crowd. On July 24, 2025, Hulk Hogan passed away at the age of 71 after suffering cardiac arrest at his Clearwater Beach home in Florida. Emergency responders tried for more than 30 minutes to revive him, but he was pronounced dead at Morton Plant Hospital. His sudden passing sent shockwaves around the world. Fans, fellow wrestlers, and celebrities flooded social media with tributes. WWE released an emotional statement honoring him as one of the most influential figures in wrestling history. Icons like Ric Flair, Triple H, John Cena, and countless others shared heartfelt messages, recalling Hogan's impact on their lives and careers. Former President Donald Trump described him as a true American hero and a great friend. Hogan's death marks the end of an era. He was not just a wrestler, he was a cultural force who transformed professional wrestling from a regional attraction into a global entertainment juggernaut. Hulkamania wasn't just a slogan, it was a movement that inspired millions of fans across generations. His charisma, resilience, and ability to constantly reinvent himself cemented his status as one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Though controversies and personal struggles complicated his legacy, there is no denying the monumental influence Hulk Hogan had on wrestling and popular culture. He leaves behind a complicated but powerful story, a tale of triumph, reinvention, controversy, and enduring fame. Even in death, the legend of Hulk Hogan lives on. His voice, his catchphrases, his unforgettable moments in the ring, and his iconic status will never fade. Hulk Hogan will always remain in the hearts of fans, the immortal face of professional wrestling,